Hi everybody, this is SymphonicElk and I'm coming at you with something a little bit different today. Today we're going to look at two of the comic book databases that I use. One in which I have been using for the last couple of years and one in which I've been testing out over the last week or two. So yeah, let's get started. Mainly this discussion is going to be about coverprice.com, which seems to be a fairly new comic books database, but it will also be about the CLZ Comic Collector software and app that I've been using for the past, I don't know, 2 years or so. Um, so, as I'm sure most of you have the same issue that I do, which is I have a ton of comic books. I go to shows, I go to um, LCSs, etc. And I usually know what books that I have, but I've made mistakes in the past and bought books twice. So what I started doing, and I initially started using CLZ's comic book collector app on my iPhone, but I believe it's also available for Android. I downloaded it on my phone and I started using it. I will try to put up a screenshot of my phone as well, but what you see on the screen is the comic collector's, the CLZ PC downloadable software. Um, so anyway, the app cost $15. Um, let's see. Here we go. The mobile app is $15. It's a one-time purchase. And then the downloadable app is for the PC is $60. It also works for Mac. And then I think once a year you have to pay to get optional updates. I use both of them. They do sync to each other, so I don't put things in twice. What I really like about the app is that it um, has a barcode scanner. It has most of the books, including most of the variants. Very easy to do mass upload. So, you buy 20 books, especially if they're newer books with barcodes, you can get them into the system very, very quickly. What I don't love about it is that it doesn't link up to like eBay or My Comic Shop or anything like that. So there are no prices. So what this app and downloadable software is good for is making sure that you don't buy books twice, and kind of giving you a good idea of what is in there. Very easy to use, but again, no prices, and that is why I decided to try coverprice.com. In a lot of ways, it does the same things that the CLZ app does, but it does not have an app. This seems to be just web-based right now. Um, yeah, but most importantly is it allows you to kind of have a running total of your collection. So as you see here, this is most of my collection. It's at least everything through the letter S and then including Y and Z, but I still have to go through T, U, V, and X. So yeah, it gives you a total number that you have in your collection, gives you an estimated collection value, the value of your highest comic. Then it lists some things that are hot comics, key comics, rare finds. I don't really find that important. It allows you to do wish listed items. Now I know what most people would do. They would just put what they want on there. That's not actually how I've been using the wish list feature. Um, when I am inputting something and there is a variant that doesn't exist, say I go to Superman 13 and I've got a specific store variant or something and it's not on there. I go ahead and wish list the book so that I can submit it later to be added. So that's one of the nice things is you can submit books. It also allows you to click on see my collection stats. And this is just an order of a lot of the books that I have. It allows you to order them by, I guess, when you put them in. Um, Then it can be obviously alphabetical. Um, can do whether or not they're graded or certified, recently sold. Um, anyway, books that are autographed, top estimated value, so we can look and see what some of the books that have top estimated value in my collection. So, sorry, we'll have to shut this off for a second, and I will come back when my dog stops barking. Okay, I'm back. So we were looking at top estimated value. So if you look at my books, clicked on all. I think before I was actually on A, which is not bad, but A is not as good as all. So you see, I have an Amazing Fantasy, Fantastic Four #1, etc., going down. Just a number of books. Some good, some bad. Anyway, so it allows you to do that. I guess it allows you to see which books of yours are considered hot comics. Again, this is not really something that I care much about, but it is there. Key comics, rare finds, and I'm really not sure exactly how they're defining things as rare or not rare, but here you go. It doesn't allow you to do much with condition up to a point. So like if we pull up Amazing Spider-Man, you'll notice it's raw. I could have put it in, so that's an $860 value just as a average raw comic. Graded 7.5 or better, it's over 3,000. And so here you can see, you can change that to CGC, different things, but mine obviously isn't graded, so we'll take that out. You'll also be able to note whether or not it's autographed, and then I've been entering the name of who autographed it into the notes. So both the CLZ comic as well as the Cover Price software, I don't really feel like does a good job integrating the signatures. Cover Price is definitely a little bit better so that it can denote whether or not the book is or isn't signed. Obviously, it doesn't factor that into the value because it would be too difficult to do. Yeah, so overall, I'm pretty happy. Cover Price is initially free. And I don't actually know the prices. There's not a lot of information. Why should I upgrade to Cover Price Unlimited? And it tells you, our goal is to have a tool, and if you want to have an unlimited number of books and to track your value of the collection, blah blah blah, and to their lists, this is going to cost you a monthly fee. But I can't actually tell what the monthly fee is, and that may just be my own stupidity. Or it's just not easily found. I think that I'm still part of the, I don't know, a couple of weeks that you get for quote unquote for free. We'll see how much this costs. One thing that it does do that kind of annoys me is if it can't figure out what a value is for a book, it just assigns it a value of 0, which that part I understand and I kind of agree with. But there were a lot of books that I put in that there's definitely data out there on eBay and things that it supposedly links to that it just didn't seem to want to put up a price of any sort. And we're not talking about really rare books or anything with only like one sale every month or two. I mean, we're talking about books that more so. So anyway, you can also go to Marketplace and, if you want to click on a book, like let's say the new hot book from Amazing Spider-Man, the first appearance of Hydro Man, you can click here and it will, I guess there are no items on eBay to kind of find interesting. Are my comic books. I wonder if you unclick variant. I don't know. Type auction, buy it now. Well, in theory, you should be able to find it. I don't exactly know why it is. Let's try another book. Batman Dan. There has to be plenty of these. As you see, 63 results. It kind of brings you on to eBay. I'm sure that when you click through here, they're going to get a cut, but I don't really think that that matters. So yeah, am I going to switch over to this 100%? And the answer is no. The reason being is I need the app. I need to have the books that I have kind of at my fingertips. Having them at home is not that important for me, um, but having them out while I'm at a con or something is much more important. But I am going to continue to use this partially to track the value of my collection or something close to it, a close approximation. This is very useful if you have collectibles insurance. If you have home insurance, and you should, or renter's insurance if you rent, and you have a fire and you lose 1,000 comic books, they're only going to give you the price to, or the money to replace 1,000 comic books. It doesn't matter if there were 1,000, Tech 27s. But collectibles insurance takes the value of the collectible in into account, and so you have to have kind of an idea of what you have. One of the reasons I make videos is to show what I have. This also gives a value to it. So right now, I would say if you could marry the functions of the CLZ app and the CoverPrice.com website, I think you would have like the as close to perfect as reasonably reasonable. But at the moment, that's not it. CoverPrice definitely has a lot of room to grow if they make their own app, have a barcode scanner, do a little bit better job integrating the prices and things like that. Yeah, they could be an excellent resource. But as it is right now, I recommend both of them. They're both score about a B overall. There's definitely things that each should improve in. But yeah, I enjoy using both of them. I Man, it does take a lot of time though to load stuff up into the cover price. So it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. Have a good one. Goodbye.